You want to know my best piece of advice that I've ever received as a dancer? Don't mark. They say mark, don't mark. We don't mark.
I completely disagree with this as a professional dancer living and working in New York City. No shade to this creator whatsoever, this is just my opinion. Especially for pro and pre-pro dancers, I think a mark can be so useful, and here's why. One, on a practical level, in these rehearsals, in these auditions, in these dance classes, these rooms are small and they are packed. So if you were going full out the entire hour and a half, 2 hours that we're in there, you're gonna kick someone and you're gonna hurt someone. And I promise you, if you kick me while we are learning a combination at Steps on Broadway, we're gonna have a problem. People are going to think you have no sense of spatial awareness, no sense of what's going on around you, and it's a really bad look. It makes you look very green and not professional and not job ready. Number two, if you're learning a combo, whether it's an audition or a class, if you're just focused on like kicking your leg up at high over and over again and doing it full out, you're missing key details. You're missing the really tiny gestural movements. You're going to be missing what the choreographer is doing with her wrist, with her knee, whether it was a flick or a kick. You need to be paying attention to those things, and you need to absorb that with your eyeballs. Yeah, if you're too busy trying to do the triple pirouette full out every time, you're going to be missing what count is it that you want to do to land on, right? Number three, marking the choreo as you're learning it or as you're rehearsing it gives you a chance to re-ground yourself in the material. Especially in choreography that is subtle, that is more gestural, isn't just doing split jumps and kicks and drop splits. And as a former like Trina turned musical theater dancer, that has been really helpful for me to focus, ground myself, and pay attention to what is actually not a huge big movement. Some things are really just as subtle as this. And it's really important to find that and ground yourself in that. And a good mark can help you realize, oh, I don't need to be putting 110% into this head turn. That can be a 5% of my energy head turn, and the effect will even be better. And it'll be closer to what the choreographer is asking for. And finally, on a practicality standpoint, especially for pro and pre-pro dancers, your body is gonna get too tired. And by the time you've learned the whole combo and you're doing it in the real audition part of the audition, you're gonna be too tired to actually do it properly. Or by the time you're in class and you're filming the combo, your legs are going to be shaking and you're not going to be able to do it in a really powerful, confident way. You know how to do a pirouette. You know how to do a bomb. You know how to do a jump. You don't need to do that full out every single time. Again, if you're like 12, that's another thing. We're talking pro and pre-pro dancers here. You have the technique. You have the training. We need to use a little bit more of our mind, right? We know how to do a kick. We don't need to practice it 1,000 times. Instead, the important thing is going to be paying attention to details, finding what parts of the choreography you want to make your own, what parts of the choreography the choreographer has been really clear they want it to be like this, what the counts are, and going full out for 2 hours straight really gets in the way of that. So that's why I think marking is a very good thing.